This is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Lifetime murder movies.
Hi, I'm Patrick Serrano, and I am a Lifetime movie expert.
I'm Dan. I despise Lifetime murder movies unless Patrick Serrano's in them. And this is the Deck the Lifetime
on Court podcast. Turn up the snare. Give me more snare. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Deck the Lifetime on Court. Last month, we broke the news. We'll be back once a month. And we said it'll be the last week of the month. And we've already broken that promise. We've already broken it. We said no, because I don't want to wait to watch Patrick Serrano.
To be over. No way. Pour it up. That's the end of the episode. Pour it up. Patrick Serrano, 5 stars out of 5.
You have to pour it up for yourself. That's like a rule, I think.
That's right.
If you can't pour it up for yourself, who can pour it?
I like that. We're getting a little RuPaul's Drag Race up in here.
Yeah. But we are here this week to talk about just a movie that I think generations from now people will be pointing to and saying, "Did you see what Patrick Serrano did?" Because
the nuance.
Take note.
Yes.
Take note, actors. That's how you do it. And I'm sure we'll get into the nitty-gritty of it. But old flames never die, except when they do. We'll get into that. But Patrick, what's going on with you? I only get to see you once a month, and I feel like every month I got to be like, what's new?
I know, it's so funny. It's like when we announced we were doing monthly, everyone was like, "Oh no, only monthly? What? We need more." Like, guys, I have other things going on. I'm a busy boy over here. Okay.
You're acting. You're movie after
Phone's
movie.
ringing off the hook.
Has the phone been ringing for you, saying, "Hey, we saw that jacket"?
Yes, I did hear from a lot of people. A lot of what are they called? Double deckers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Double deckers. Yes. I've been hearing from them. They were all like doing a little group watch, which was so cute. And they're like, "You did amazing," even though I'm in the movie 5 lines. That's it. But I made an impact, and that's what matters, I think.
That's exactly right. Now, sure. I do got to ask you, your jacket early on in the movie, it was a show stopper, a scene stealer, a life changer. Was that? Did you bring that to the table, or did they give that to you?
So that was my one piece of clothing that was not mine. So
wow.
Yes, Lifetime. They're on a budget. Okay, so I brought my full wardrobe. With options from Chicago to LA for one day, had my suitcase on set, and you just basically dress yourself. So if you're commenting on someone's clothes in a Lifetime movie, you're probably like insulting their personal style.
Their actual wardrobe.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I just realized, are you wearing fingerless gloves?
Yeah. Madonna. She's back.
Fantastic.
It's cold in Chicago. This is how I'm able to do things with my fingers but keep my hands warm.
Yeah, right. It's cold in Chicago, but like fingertips, they don't get cold.
That's right. You got to type.
You got to do stuff. You got to do stuff.
Exactly.
Every time I see fingerless gloves, I'm like, I gotta mention them because you don't see them every day. I don't.
No. We had a big bit from our first season about
that's true.
Gloves. So
I gotta breathe.
You got a motorcycle. You got a Harley.
Yeah.
Be honest, Patrick. That's what's happening here.
That when people see me, they say Harley bike driver or whatever it's called.
bike driver.
Sorry, motorcycle.
They ask you to say that sentence. Yeah. Say Harley bike driver, and then we'll decide whether or not you are.
That's right.
Yep.
The secret club.
Let's talk Old Flames Never Die. Patrick, I'll let you take it away and walk through this movie. Dan, you haven't seen it. I had the pleasure of being able to watch it this morning.
I was shown, full disclosure, I was shown the 30 seconds that was our beloved co-host Patrick Serrano in the film. So I with no context, got to see your performance, Patrick, and a revelation. I do want to say that. So
I can't wait to get into it and see what you thought.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we are covering Old Flames Never Die. I don't say the production company, but this is a Ninth House production. Just throwing that out there. They're very cool people.
Well, they make it known they make it known like more than others. I feel like it's like this is a Ninth House.
Yep, and they do the best Lifetime movies because they really commit to the campiness of it. and they have the best inclusion. So I like them. Just want to drop that in there. The movie stars Crystal Lowe, who you might know from Hallmark
Signed,
movies.
sealed, delivered.
Yeah, she's like a nerdy girl. She has glasses. I've seen her on Hallmark.
Yeah.
But here, no glasses. We
No
have
glasses, no
Lou
nerd.
Ferrigno Jr. So
Are you serious?
Yes, Lou Ferrigno's son
No.
is in the movie.
What?
You won't
And
like him when he's
if you miss the junior, you'd be waiting the whole movie for the Hulk to pop out, and you'd be very confused. Very
Well,
confused.
but
Lou Ferrigno Senior.
I will say you will not like him when he's angry.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
there you go. It all
True.
works. It all works.
And then we also have Rich Paul, who is a newcomer, and Valerie M. Ortiz. She's from Nickelodeon. She plays like a mom on a Nickelodeon show.
Okay.
You know.
And then of course me,
Patrick
Hey!
Serrano. That's right.
Yeah,
5 on the call sheet. 5 on the call sheet. Is that what we're saying?
Hey, I put myself on the poster, so according to me, I'm the star.
That Photoshop job was immaculate.
It's nicely done.
I hired someone to do that.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna do it right.
How much did he pay? How much did he pay that person?
Kisses. Just paid him in kisses.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yes. Okay. So the movie starts off, speaking of kisses, with some like hotel motel Holiday Inn going on.
Okay.
A hotel romp.
Yes.
It's a romp.
We have a shirtless hunk. The best way to start a Lifetime movie. His name's Tyson, and he is a famous actor.
But Tyson's pectorals are prominent.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
and the actor, now that I met this man and I met him in person, he is former military, so that explains the body.
Now, if you or someone played by you was in this movie, would you call Tyson just Ty? Maybe.
Ty was how my character referred to his character. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure.
We're friends.
Yeah. Duh.
It's Ty.
But yes, he Tyson or Ty is not the best guy because he is sleeping with we'll call her a call girl. Maybe that's a nice way to say it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And she is a little shady because she's filming the interaction.
Okay. All right. This is a Lifetime movie.
He's a famous actor. Did you catch that? Famous actor.
He's a famous actor who's on the side having sleeping with a call girl, having a romp, and she's filming it to maybe put it online and get paid
on the line. Yeah.
And she said, like, he takes a shower. Of course, we get a little shower scene with him, and he comes out and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "This is security that you will keep sleeping with me," basically.
That's what she's using it for?
That's what she's using it for. But I don't know if you noticed this, Patrick. I found this to be just a delight. He leaves the money for her like on the nightstand. I guess that's how that transaction goes down, but in cash. And she goes into his wallet and says, a little bit extra for me. And it's just like a couple of single dollar bills. Literally, you can see they're singles. And I'm like, all right. I guess every little bit counts.
Hey, it was like the set person's job to like put the money in. He only had a couple dollars in his wallet, so it's like whatever.
No one will know.
No one will know. But of course, he's like, "Don't do this. This is terrible." And she's like, "Sorry, sucker. See you later." She goes out. She goes to her car, and she gets attacked in the parking lot with a crowbar and killed.
Unbelievable.
Who done it? Who done it? Was it Ty?
Ty did it? Is the person that kills her like masked or with
a
a
hood?
Or
a hood situation.
Hooded figure.
Hooded crowbar figure.
Saw him live.
Yeah.
Classic Lifetime.
Yes, classic hooded figure.
We get the title card. The title card fades up, and then we're in a fancy engagement party, and you see two women like walking through the party and like waving at people, and then they come upon me.
Hey!
I'm there with Tyson, and we're like celebrating. We have champagne glasses. One note about the champagne for you all to know. I think I might have said this. I don't know. I've done a lot of podcasts because I'm out there publicizing this movie. half ginger ale, half seltzer water is what
Wow.
the champagne is.
Interesting.
Above and beyond.
If you wondered what they're drinking, that's
That's got to be very, very carbonated, right?
Very carbonated and very gross.
Yeah, I bet.
Why not just?
I bet the publicity tour has been crazy though.
Just
Patrick.
been a blitz. For
Just
you.
been
So
nuts.
crazy. I mean, I was on Regis and Kelly. It was
Regis back. That show hasn't been on the air in a long time.
Yeah, Kathy Lee was there. Regis and Kathy, actually.
It's a CGI Regis, for
It's
what I
crazy.
gather, and it is.
They brought him back just for me.
Phenomenal. By they, you mean the good Lord.
The good
Yeah,
Lord.
kid. You're going places, kid.
Yeah,
you're going
that's
places, kid.
Give us give us a line from the movie.
Oh yes, to the bride and groom.
Beautiful.
That was one of my lines.
Man, it's like it's just unbelievable. It's like you left for a second. I just can't believe it.
I was like, man, I just watched the movie, but I'm like, did I accidentally turn it back on?
That was one of my lines, and I got a note from one of my acting teachers, like an email, and she was like, "Your line readings were, better than the average lifetime line readings." I'm like, okay. Good.
Now let me ask you this: and what they do a cutaway shot when they're talking, and it's you and whoever that other person is, and you're just staring. Bring me into that. What is it like filming just a staring scene where you have to just kind of nod along?
Oh, so when someone else is talking and it's not your turn to talk?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for my turn to talk.
That's acting?
That's
Unbelievable.
acting, right?
Wow.
Yeah, but in this shot, they're doing the lines off camera because it's just a shot of two people silent. Yes. Which is, I mean, that's above and beyond right there.
It's beautiful. It was beautiful.
Meryl Streep wouldn't stay for that shot. She'd like leave.
No.
But
That's
I was
exactly right.
all of it. I was like, I'll film whatever you need.
That's right. You'll run lines. You'll be in the background. You'll do what you need to do. You're a pro. You wouldn't say, "I'll see you." I'll be in my trailer. You didn't say that. You stuck around for that.
Oh, there was no trailer. This is like we have no budget.
Did you have a room that was yours?
So we filmed in an LA mansion. Obviously, this was like infinity pool, like mansion thing, and there was no dressing room. I was just changing like on the top floor of this person's house. And a great thing about the house was the owners were also there, and they were getting ready for a party. So the owner of the mansion was walking around upstairs in his underwear like the whole time.
What?
And I was like, who is this man in his underwear? I thought maybe he was an actor too. But no, he was just owned the place and wanted to show off his bod. And later he came up to me. He was like, "You look really sharp. I could cut myself on you," or something cheesy like that. And I'm like, whoa. I don't know what's happening, but I think they might make me their pool boy.
Jerry Falwell Jr. All right, so we're at the party. You're crushing it. What happens next?
Yes. So basically, they're just celebrating their upcoming engagement. We meet Kira, who is our protagonist, and she has no idea that Tyson's cheating on her, obviously. The following day, though, the news goes viral about the video. So it's all over the place. And my character is like a PR person. So he like calls Kira and he's like, "Oh my God, don't watch the video." And she like hangs up on him. She's all pissed. And she confronts Tyson and she's like, "Look, I can see that you were cheating on me." And he was like, "We were broken up for a minute." And she's like, "That's not an excuse. I'm out of here." And she decides to go, or she also gets a call from like someone from her hometown. She like rents her house out. And there's been a break-in. So they have to like fix a window or something. She's like, "I'm going to go home, take that, get some time away from Tyson and just go home for a little bit." Very Hallmarky movie, minus the murder, the call girls and all that.
Can I say something that I am frustrated with that we never even got any explanation for? Was my guy says this, I did this, when we were broken up for that period of time where we were on a break, classic. But the call girl said, like, she makes it seem as if this is a regular occurrence. So which one is it, Ty? Was it just when you were broken up, when you were on a break, or has this been an ongoing thing?
The on a break sounds like he's saying that to his girlfriend after he's been caught. I would assume that he's lying there, right?
Yeah, I would say he's just covering. Look, here's the thing. Tyson's not made out to be a good guy the whole movie.
Correct. It seems that way, at least at the beginning here. But I guess I just have a problem fundamentally with this plan. This woman who's getting paid to sleep with this man takes a video and says, I will make this go viral if you stop sleeping with me. He's already it's already a regular occurrence that and it's a service. It's not a relationship. It's a transaction. So what's the threat? Well,
the threat would be probably another call girl coming in stealing her client.
Oh my gosh. This doesn't make any sense at all.
But you might be wondering, Dan, who uploaded this?
Because she's dead.
She got hit with that crowbar.
Yeah, I'm wondering that for sure.
I thought you might be.
I am.
We'll see.
Do we find that out?
Let's keep going.
Oh yeah.
So was it Patrick Serrano?
Oh, just wait for it.
That would make me so happy if somehow it was you, but it's not. I know it's not.
So we head to the hometown. Hidden Acres is the town, not Green Acres. And Kira takes care of this home. It's like, I couldn't tell if it was like her parents' home or her aunt's house or something like that. Doesn't really matter. But she's like very startled. There's a lot of like startling Kira in this movie. And this guy pops out and he's like, hey, Kira. And she's like, she like screams. It's her neighbor / gay best friend, Randy.
Randy.
Gotta have a hometown gay. So, there's 2 gays in the movie now.
Wow.
Yes. I thought we should have like a romance going, but this is not a romance movie. Okay.
How could we not?
Seemed like it was gonna go in that way, but so he's like telling her about the breakup or the break-in and everything. He's like, oh, this is a break-in and whatever. You know what? Let's go out and get drinks. Like, let's not worry about that. Let's go to the bar, get some drinks, get some tequila. And she's like, okay. She goes to the window. The mirror. She takes off her engagement ring, sets it on the counter. She's going out, have a good time.
What happens in Hidden Acres stays in Hidden Acres. Exactly right. That's why I call it Hidden Acres, because those things are hidden forever
in the acres.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So they head to the bar, and there, of course, her hot high school boyfriend's there.
Yeah.
His name's Weston.
Weston. Classic.
And he owns the bar. He's not just there. He's doing well for himself. His dad is also the sheriff of the town.
They run this town.
Got it.
Dad's a sheriff. You run the bar.
Man, that's it.
Gosh, what a guy. What a
So
family.
they start doing shots and like having fun.
Dang.
And there's also a nurse practitioner there named Avery. Okay.
Good. I'm taking notes over here.
Avery does matter.
That seems important.
She matters.
But not in this scene. She does.
In the beginning, she's very much like, okay, girl, like go hang out with someone else. Don't sit with us.
Like, shove off, Avery.
They really ignore her the whole scene, and she just sits there, and she happens to be like, I'm a nurse practitioner. And then she kind of sits there. So everyone gets really drunk, and Randy leaves. They take some like high school photos, and they're like, class of 2012 or whatever.
By the way, they graduated in 2012.
I don't know. I don't know what class they are.
I do.
But they walk around, like Weston and Kara walk around town, and they're reminiscing about their high school romance and like, haha, like we were so cute when we were dating.
Yeah.
And then Kira is like, yeah, we were so cute when we were dating. Sorry that I broke up with you when both of my parents died.
What?
Exactly. Out of nowhere. She's like, yeah, sorry that I didn't really handle my parents' double death well. So
yeah, definitely something to apologize for, Kira. Totally on you.
Right. And he's like, oh, I understand. You know, I had a pet die one time, so I get what you're saying.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Right. And as they're walking around, someone's watching them with binoculars
Whoa. Whoa.
Boy.
from a car.
Do we think it's the same hooded being who maybe murdered someone in a parking lot earlier?
You'd think so.
You'd
You're
think
getting
so.
that. You're getting that. That's what we're getting here.
Getting that vibe.
So the next morning, Kira is randomly eating applesauce out of a bowl. And
I missed that.
oh, it's great. Because she has no groceries, you know?
Sometimes you gotta applesauce.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
So she's
applesauce.
I mean, I've never seen anyone eat applesauce out of a bowl, but this is what she does. And
I mean, my 4-year-old loves it.
well, okay, there you go. But the
Four-year-old
hunk
diet.
Weston comes over with groceries, and he's like got all his groceries, and he's like, "Hey, I knew you were like, you know, coming into town, so I bought all these things for you." And she's like, "Great, well, why don't you come over for dinner? I'll cook for you. That would be great."
Uh-oh. Old flames.
Mhm.
Sounds
Never
like they never die.
That's exactly right, pal.
And then Kira opens up a bottle of wine, and this is where she never stops drinking. She starts drinking, drowning her sorrows, and I swear the whole movie she continues to drink wine the whole time.
Always has a glass of wine in her hand.
Yes. So now for you, Dan, anytime I talk about Kira, just imagine her holding wine.
Got it. No. That helps
Okay.
a lot. These are the kind of things I get for someone who's an actor. Like that really that makes it stick. I like it.
Heavy pours, too.
Oh,
Heavy pours.
Yeah.
well, and that's what you want in a Lifetime movie.
Oh,
You're
no
drinking
doubt.
wine, they're drinking wine. It's like you're not drinking alone.
It doesn't matter how much wine's in your glass. You look at their glass that's poured all the way to the top, and you're like,
At least
okay.
I'm not like them.
True.
They're doing great.
True. So she drinks her wine and puts her feet into a hot tub, which will come back later. And there's also a wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
That's hard to say. A wasp's nest.
So it's where is she right now?
At
her house.
At her place.
And she has a hot tub at her house underneath a wasp nest.
It's like underneath like
Awning,
an
gazebo,
awning.
placebo. What is it called?
It's not a placebo. An awning.
No, there's that thing with the pergola. Is it under a pergola?
Sure. I mean, it's some type of like a gazebo or something like that, you know?
Okay, and she doesn't know there's a giant wasp nest that's been made overnight above her.
No.
She
Not
like-
overnight. She hasn't been here in a long time.
Okay, so it's her first night
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. First,
it. Okay.
Basically,
yeah.
the place is like overrun by bees, and you know
Wasps.
she doesn't really care because she's just drinking some wine.
That's right. That's what's important.
So now she's properly drunk. She's cooking dinner, which, you know, those two things you don't think they'd go together, but they do.
Okay, got it.
She's cutting vegetables, and Weston shows up and startles her again because she's very scared. So don't forget. And she is like, "Oh, ouch! I cut my finger." And he just opens the drawer, pulls out Band-Aids, and she's like, "Huh? How did you know there were Band-Aids there?" And he's like, "Good luck, you guess."
I feel like Weston is on the up and up. I feel like he's a guy that wants what's best for all parties involved. And
I just want to say I have lived at my house over a year now. I don't know where my Band-Aids are. It's always a thing when you need them. I'm like, I think they're back there somewhere. You
my
always got to
kids
dig
need a
them out.
Band-Aid all the time.
Yeah, my kid, I'm always just like, just brush it off. Put some dirt in it.
Rub some dirt on it.
Your name's Grizzly. Put some dirt on it, son.
Yeah, but he knows, and he does the whole like kissing the boo boo and like putting it on. Like he's very
I
nurturing
don't
in this
like it.
scene.
That's
I
weird.
don't like it at all.
No, thank you.
So they have dinner, they enjoy dinner together, and they make a toast to old flames,
That never
And-
died.
Never
Yeah.
die.
never die. And he tells her that he thinks she's cute, and they dance in the kitchen. And do you want to talk about the dancing in the kitchen, Bran?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the dancing?
All of it felt weird. It was like, were you guys together in high school? I didn't necessarily feel the chemistry between the two of them, and maybe it was because I hadn't drunk any wine.
Drinking any wine?
Shove off,
You
Dan.
should be shot
You
on
should
sight.
be. No, okay, hey,
You've been doing a podcast every day for the last 4 years, and you just said drinking wine. Release the drinking.
Hey, whatever you're doing to the wine, I think, that's good. Right?
It's illegal to drink in wine in like 18 states.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
The dancing was just very like,
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
good.
dorky dancing. But it's supposed to be sexy. And then she spills remember, she always has that glass of wine. She spills the wine all over Weston, and he has to take off his shirt.
Oh, Weston's got to go shirtless.
Very, very tall glass of water and a very tall glass of wine. Like if it wasn't full, no wine would have spilled. If it was a normal glass of wine, no problem. But it was to the tip top, so that's on her, really. But yeah,
so she gets a wet towel, and she's like sexily. I've never seen anyone dab a shirt so sexily, but she is like dabbing that shirt. Like it is so hot and so steamy. And then that's exactly what happens. Weston just gets so like aroused by this that he like throws her on the counter, and they just go to town.
Wow.
They do go to town. Yeah, they do. West, what are your thoughts on Weston and his body?
My thoughts.
This is all I'm gonna say.
What just happened?
I just want to say this as somebody.
Have you been drinking wine?
I've been drinking. As somebody who recently saw Ty's pectorals and was taken aback, I was let down by Weston.
So here's the thing, right? This is Lou Ferrigno Jr.
That's
okay,
right.
He is doing his dad's workouts from the 70s. So, pectoral muscle stuff the exercises have evolved over time. But if you're from the 70s doing like barbell presses,
he had an excellent 70s body.
Yes. I think if this was the 70s, you would be saying exactly what you're saying about Ty.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Ty's
What do you mean 70s?
He had a great 70s bod.
Like for a 70-year-old?
No. Patrick's exactly right.
What are we talking about right now? Can you
Ty,
please explain what was so much better about Ty than Weston?
Ty's pectorals were very prominent. And
solid.
Like I would say that Weston's bod was like, it was definitely not a dad bod, but it definitely also wasn't Ty. Like Ty,
was it like that Cindy Busby Australia movie?
Kind of like that.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Like you're not out of shape, Lou Ferrigno. Ferrigno. You're not out of shape, but you're not Ty. Is all that I'm getting.
Right. And
it's
then
a 70s bod. I'll pull it up while Patrick's talking, and you'll see. You'll be like, that's a 70s bod. Okay. What he said is exactly right.
Okay. All right. Great. People weren't muscular in the 1970s. Got it.
Not like they are today.
What?
Yes. So like think about the Hulk, right? Okay, we have the
Hulk
from the 70s with his green painted body, and now think about the Hulk in 2000 and whatever we are, 22. It's CGI body, but then they're all like very muscly now.
So they're on the counter in the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and they take it to the bedroom, and then Kara wakes up the next morning, and she has a really bad headache hangover.
Oh man,
so bad. And she goes downstairs. She's like, oh, my head type of thing. And Wes is cooking her breakfast, and he's like, hey, how are you doing? And she's like, you know what? I think last night was a mistake. We should just be friends. Like, this is not gonna be a thing. I'm sorry if you had something else in mind. And he's like, oh, I'm cool. We're cool.
We're cool. This is no big deal.
NBD, yo.
He seems like too cool, You're
just
like
almost like maybe something else is going on here, Weston.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see what's happening here.
So the hangover is so bad that Kira has to go to her nurse practitioner friend, Avery.
Now Avery
get a migraine medication.
Got it.
Avery. She's back.
And Avery, the blonde, she's kind of like, hey, I noticed you and Wes hanging out at the bar last night. I just want to let you know, like, maybe don't get too involved with him because he can become obsessive. Like, I used to date him, and it was just not
my
favorite.
Here you go.
Oh,
70's bod.
The guy's muscular. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
The further back one was not.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong, but I feel like today's in shape is everything is very defined.
Yeah.
Like Ty's pectorals are protruding.
He was military though.
Yeah, but my brother's in the military and he's no Ty. What I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with what Weston is showing off
Why'd
here.
you bring it up? Why'd you ask Patrick about it?
I think Brand needs to come up with a rating of shirtless hunks.
Yeah, sure.
Like we got to have like some type of tier system.
I'll work.
So
I'll work.
We'll work on that.
I'll work on this. Yeah.
Someone
in the
are
chat
the shirtless
says
hunk of this podcast.
Yeah, that is true. From a 0, which is like Weston, to a 10, which is me. Where what's the range? Someone in the double decker chat says Weston is too shoulder muscly, which I think is fair.
Okay,
good.
Whatever
good
you
to
say.
know.
So, if you can't talk about the daggum shirtless hunks on Deck the Lifetime Uncorked, when can you talk about it?
That's true.
This is where you really break it down.
That's right.
That's where you break it down.
So Wes does not give Kira the space that she's requested and be just friends. He invites her and Randy to have dinner at his bar, which is also a restaurant.
Oh my goodness.
Suddenly.
How kind.
And like a 5-star like steak dinner restaurant.
At the same place that is the bar that he owns in the small town where his dad's the mayor?
There must be like a bar side and a restaurant side.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. Makes sense.
So of course, he's pouring up wine, and Kira still has her headache, but she drinks that wine anyways.
Of course.
And big mistake because he roofies the wine.
It's drugged.
Yeah, that checks out for sure. Checks out.
And she starts to feel like bad, and she's like, I think I should go. And Randy's like, oh, well, probably you just had too much wine and you were hungover.
You tend to do that.
Yeah, so you're fine. And he's like, oh, Weston can give us a ride home.
That's right.
So Randy's Randy's still there with her though.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all get in the car, all three of them, and they drive to Kira's house, and then she's passed out in the driver's side, like
just
completely passed out.
Zonked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this an episode of Euphoria? What's gonna happen here? I'm very nervous. And it's exactly what you think. So Weston is going to take Kira upstairs to her room, and you're like, ew, this is really creepy.
Yep.
And Randy, the friend, if you're a good gay best friend, you'd be like, no, I got it.
If you're just a good
I'll take it.
person in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's not what Randy does. Randy says, hey, this is going a little too far. I don't approve of this. They've been working together to con Kira into coming to the hometown so Weston could get his second chance with her.
Randy is in on it.
But Randy is just trying to help a bro. But when Randy realizes that his bro is no bro at all, but is, trying to do the dirty,
commit crimes. Yeah. Yes.
That's when he draws the line. He says, I did not sign up for this. So Randy's trying to right his wrong here.
But does he step in and take Kira?
No, he doesn't. He lets Wes take her up, and then he's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna he starts like looking around for something because there's like an abandoned car. He's like, that car's been there a couple of days. So he goes to like check out the car, and he opens the trunk with a crowbar, and there's a dead body. It's the binocular guy, totally dead.
Oh my gosh.
In the trunk. And then he like turns around in a circle, and he's like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, huh?
Man, you are, Patrick, you could have played every part in this movie. You're crushing it right now.
Patrick,
Totally.
who was the binocular guy?
The binocular guy was a private detective.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Actually, the binocular guy was the sound guy from set.
Hey, do you get the full script when you do this, or do you just get your pages?
Yes, I do. Yes, I did.
You got the full script?
I read the whole thing.
Yeah, so you knew your character's motivation start to finish. Like you were there. You were in it.
I did my actor notes. I went through and like wrote down all my stuff. It was great.
The sound guy, they showed up to shoot this scene and they opened up the trunk and they're like, guys,
oh no,
we don't have the dead guy. Jerry, put the mic down. Get in the trunk, Jerry. Tough out there.
Boy.
It's tough out there.
Jerry.
He's doing the best he can.
Okay, so then of course West sees him like open the trunk and he has to kill Randy. So Randy's dead.
Randy died.
Yeah, classic. So Weston is now killed that we know of, Binocular Guy and Randy.
Yeah.
That we know of.
That we know of.
That we know
and
of.
can prove. Got it.
Yep. So the next morning, Weston is doing like yard work and like he got rid of the wasp nest and like he's shirtless again.
That's the shirtless I showed you because I felt like it showed it off a little bit better.
Yes. And Kira's like, oh, I haven't heard from Randy. I'm a little concerned. He's like, don't worry about it. He just went out of town. He'll be back on Friday.
Classic out of town Randy.
But as they're talking, like Wes becomes aggressive because Kira mentions like she's going to be heading back to LA to work things out with Ty. And he's like, why would you do that? He's a cheater. And, that's not cool. And she's like, don't worry about me. I'm doing my life, but I'm going to leave soon. So I'm going to go take a shower, pack up my stuff, and I'm out of here.
Yeah. It's at this point, I think, that she starts to realize that maybe he was not okay after she said, let's just be friends after the shenanigans ensued. She
starts to think that maybe old flames never die.
Yeah. For him.
Yeah. For him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so she's in the shower. She's, just like washing her hair. It's like an herbal essence moment. And Weston takes her phone from the counter, and you think he's gonna like do something nefarious, like track the phone or whatever. No, he goes upstairs, opens the bathroom door, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing in here?" And she's like covering herself. He gives her phone in the shower, and she's like, "I don't want this. I'm in the shower."
He's like, "I had a missed call. Someone's trying to call you.
Take care of it now."
Yeah.
I thought you'd want this.
You got a missed call. I thought this was important. And she's like, "I'm in the shower though." And she drops the phone, and the phone is ruined.
And he walks out, and it's like looking at like there's like glass on the window or something. He like looks through one more time. He's just like, "Ooh, yeah, real creepo moment."
Yeah,
for Westy.
It was a creepy moment. So now she has no contact. She has no way to call any of her friends or call the PR agent. I could have helped her.
You could have easily helped her for another scene or two. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, they like go out looking for a new phone. Like they go shopping, and Weston gets attacked by like not a homeless guy, but like somebody who's like hard up for cash. And he's like, "I need my money. Give me my money." And Kira's like, "What was that?"
Like stabs him, like not stab, but like cuts him with the knife.
Yeah.
Someone's got a knife. Yeah.
And she's like, why would he be why would he be all this money stuff? That's not cool. Like, I'm nervous about this. And Avery is the one who's patching up Wes. And she's like, you should be worried. Let me give you a ride home. Because I think things are not what they seem.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
just a nurse practitioner.
Is she in on it? That's what I was thinking.
Dude, I was thinking she was in on it.
Avery, the nurse practitioner.
Maybe she is on it.
Maybe she is on it.
Maybe she is in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Avery, in the car ride, she mentions that Kira has a New York Times best-selling book about her college boyfriend, who got lost in the woods and died.
Wow. Did we ever find the body, or did Weston kill that guy too?
Well, there we go. Right. You're like, that's weird. And that was a tragedy. That's why she left her hometown, because she was like, my parents died and my college boyfriend came back and died. That's
come on.
Yeah. So she wrote a book about it.
And Avery is like, I was dating Weston after after you dated him in college, and I felt like I could never like live up to the shadow of you. Like I always felt like I was in your shadow, and I always felt like he was comparing me to you.
And I'm a nurse practitioner.
And I'm a nurse practitioner.
That's exactly right.
A nurse practitioner, yes. But she says that in Weston's mind, Kira is the one that got away.
Old flames.
Yeah, never die.
Never die.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Clear eyes.
So since Kira doesn't know anyone's numbers, she's very surprised when Tyson shows up and startles her, and she spills her wine all over herself.
Yeah, there's a lot of wine.
She is really drinking it, isn't she?
She's drinking it good, man.
And he's like, "Oh, I just wanted to check on you. I haven't heard from you, and I was getting nervous." And she was like, "Yeah, well, you cheated on me, remember? So that's why I left."
Maybe you missed this part.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard.
The whole tape on the internet.
Yeah, but she's like, let's go get Mexican tonight, and then we'll leave like tomorrow.
Okay.
So they go to dinner. The waitress is obsessed. Talk about a good actress. This waitress was like, "Can I get your signature? Hey, sir, can I get your signature? You famous little actor." It was great. Loved her.
Once again, Patrick Serrano should have played at least 3 roles in this particular film.
Like, what are the point of wigs if we're not going to use them?
That's
y'all?
right. No
like,
kidding.
let's like make these characters come to life.
There you go. But the whole point of being at the restaurant is so Weston and Tyson can have a confrontation.
Oh,
That's
no.
exactly right. Weston's
Yeah, and
there.
Weston
Stare
comes
down.
up. He's eating the chips off of the table. You know, they got the free chips and salsa. He's like eating their chips and salsa. And he's like, "Hey, how's your dinner going, losers? Funny that you're here, Tyson, because I slept with your fiance. Booyah."
And they like both take their shirts off and they have a pectoral off.
They
like,
do.
Yeah.
Like, who's got the better pecs?
Tyson's going to win that one, clearly.
Tyson's definitely
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
win
yeah.
that one.
Totally,
Like, what if it's
totally.
1970s and it's like who has, who's well rounded? Maybe.
Well, and Tyson, he is a more muscular guy, so he's trying to be cool and not come for Weston, but then eventually he just punches him in the face.
And this is important. He also wasn't supposed to leave his town, because I think he was still under investigation for. They found the girl that got killed.
Okay.
And so he's a person of interest. Is that correct?
I think
Patrick?
maybe he did it. Yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
not supposed to leave town. So the fact that he punched the
Oh,
person,
no.
that's not good.
Yeah, so the sheriff comes, arrests Tyson. And
Daddy sheriff, if you forgot.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Lou
Daddy
Ferrigno Sr.
sheriff.
The whole
When
show's
you
up.
say- it's different in a gay language.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. Daddy sheriff. Yeah.
So yes,
He's fine.
Tyson,
Yeah, sure.
Tyson goes to prison. He's handcuffed, and while he's handcuffed, Wes comes and is like, this is when he like lays it all out there. He's like, I set all this up, and I'm not done. I'm gonna come for Kira next, and if I can't have her, no one can.
Wow.
So
He
it's like-
basically just admits to everything.
Yeah.
I more or less admits to killing the girl to get this whole thing snowballing. Like he's laying it all out there, and he's like, "You're here, and I'm gonna go do something at this house, and then I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna get you, and you can get because I want you to go back there and get framed for this." He just lays it all out there.
Just all of it.
Yep.
There you have it.
Yeah. And so Tyson knows that stuff's going to go down. So he's like, oh gosh, what do I do? So he uses his charming actor skills to con a hot cop into taking a selfie with him and uncuffing him.
Nicely done, Tyson. Use
And
what
he
you
grabs
got, man.
He does
Grabs the cop's gun, grabs the shotgun. And here's one thing. Here's my one note for the movie that I will say, we could have done better.
This is the one. Huh?
He's leaving the room. He's leaving the room, and he's like, I'm going to go get Kira. And he should cock the gun and go,
Yeah.
but he didn't do that.
This old flame's gonna die. Yeah, something like that would have been
real good.
Yeah.
I like that he grabbed the cop's gun and pulled it on him, and he said, "The quick draw is my specialty."
Nicely
Yeah.
done. Nicely
All right,
done.
Ty, if you say so. I don't know.
Yes.
So meanwhile, Kira and Avery are having drinks at the house because, what else do you do when you're in a murder town?
Got to pour it up, man.
You got a bond with the fellow ex of the crazy guy.
That's right.
So it's a dark and stormy night also. So they realize that Randy's gone and they take their umbrellas and they go over to Randy's house and all his stuff is still at his house. His cell phone, computer, his car keys, like nothing's gone. So they're like, that's weird. And then they see something in the hot tub and they're like, oh, something's in the hot tub.
You're still thinking that Avery's in on it at this point, yeah?
Yeah.
No doubt.
So they go over to the hot tub and Randy's in the hot tub.
Yeah.
It's a no for me, dog. Randy out.
So they realize they're in danger. They run inside. They lock all the doors. And you can see Weston like lurking around in the background like Michael Myers. And Avery kind of barricades the door with her body. She's like, because she's like crouching down and so he can't get in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, she's not in on it. She's like trying to like block him and like, really trying to stop him from coming in. He of course gets in from a sliding glass door. She beats him with her umbrella. Weapon of choice.
You had all this time. You had all this time to get a weapon, to get a umbrella, knife, something.
Umbrella. Gotta go umbrella. Underrated.
Well, and she gets a few good whacks in too.
Yeah.
So, but he overpowers her and throws her through the sliding glass door, and she dead.
She's dead?
She's dead.
Oh my. Just from going through a glass door?
I've walked through a screen door and I almost died. When you walk into a screen door and you bounce back?
Yeah. Did you die from embarrassment or what?
No, I just almost died from I guess the screens, they're dangerous.
Well, I'll just say this, Patrick, you have that like circular, like semicircle patio situation with the that's dangerous because you think you walked out of one and then you get a few, you're drinking and you go into the other. And that's a catastrophe waiting to happen. So I'm happy you're moving.
Yes. So
all that to say, Patrick's moving.
Woo. So Weston is searching the house for Kira now. She's like calling 911, thank goodness. And he finally finds her and he admits to killing everyone. And he's like, I did it all for you. This is actually all your fault, which is victim blaming.
Yeah, it really is, first of all. And he's doing that thing where she's hiding. And so he's just doing the monologue, like, assuming she's in there. It's real awkward if she's not, but luckily she hears this whole thing.
Yeah,
so
thank goodness.
I love that you said that because I had a watching party and one of my friends said the same thing. And I was like, that is hilarious. I need to see the movie where they do the villain monologue and no one's there.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple times where he goes like by thinking that she's there and she's not.
Yeah.
And I did this, and this.
Oh, I just said that to nobody.
No one's here.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. So basically, he admits to killing everybody. He set it all up. He did the video, the sex tape, and all that stuff. He hired the call girl to do that for him. He hired the homeless guy or whatever to like break into the house and all this stuff. So
mastermind.
It was very elaborate.
Wow.
So Kira pops out. She has wasp spray because he left some with her. Ooh. She sprays him with the wasp spray.
Got him.
And he like starts choking her, but then Tyson bursts in the door and shoots him with the shotgun.
As you should. Yep. Party's
and then
over.
If that wasn't enough, Kira gets the knife that Weston was holding and she like looks at him, she like pulls him up to her and she's like, you inspire me. And then she stabs him in the stomach.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he is dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
The old wasp spray shotgun knife combo.
And this, throughout the movie, he had been trying to get her to sign her book. Mm-hmm. And she goes, I even signed your book for you. And the book, they go to the book and it says, old flames never die.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Kira.
It was like a brutal, it was one of the most brutal, like I mean, that was someone she had a relationship with. She just turned off a switch and she went into like sleeper killer mode.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to sometimes.
So, we cut back to LA. There is press all outside the house. Reporter is there, cameras flashing, and me, the PR agent, is
Hey,
Yeah. You're there.
saying, I'm there. And
That's right.
I'm in another floral outfit that I personally own. And I'm like, we're not taking any questions, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the line, and I didn't know the line then either.
We're going to release a statement, I believe is what you said. Something like that.
I truly did the line different every time that we filmed.
How many takes, how many shots did you get at that?
It wasn't for me. Like I was great, and the director's like, you're amazing. But stuff with like the car, like because we get into a car and drive away.
Gotcha.
There was a lot of issues with that, so we had to do that scene like I don't know 5 times.
Wow. All right.
We're not taking any questions at the moment. We'll put out a statement in a couple days. Please give the Jeffersons some privacy. I think
that's pretty much spot
you
on.
give a
Did
little.
You have the script too.
Yeah,
Brian?
you give a little inflection shout there at the end, which I really appreciated.
And I walk off camera before my line's over.
Yeah,
you do. That's true. That happens.
So that just shows that I'm not making it all about me. I'm making it about the
That's
story.
Right. It's a pro move. You're a pro. You're a pro.
Above and beyond this guy.
Yes. So the reporter's like, hey, Kira, like, so can we expect a happy ending in your next story? And Kira's like, does anyone ever really have a happy ending? She gets into the car and then we all drive off into the sunset. And I was in that car.
Yes, you were.
And she says, does anyone get a happy ending? And they cut back to the reporter and she's just like,
yes, in books. Yes, it happens.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, Kira.
I've been happily married for 30 years, Kira.
I love the reporter was actually like my buddy on set. So
she had some sass to her and I liked it.
I loved her. She was so fun. And she's actually a real life author.
Oh, wow.
She writes books. She just like got the gig too. Like she's like, oh, I know the director from some random thing that I did, and he asked me to come do this. I'm like, cool, me too.
That's fantastic.
Man, I love that.
Wow, we did it, man.
And that's it. That's it.
So on the show, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. We'll start with I don't know who we start with. I guess Brandon.
Dan? I think we start with Dan. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Dan,
clearly a poured up. It's clearly a poured up. I mean, Patrick Serrano is in the film. This sounds like it was a bonkers movie to begin with. So yeah, it's a poured up from Dan. Absolutely. How could you not?
Yeah, it's a poured up for me as well. Obviously, I would say I maybe enjoyed the last one we watched, the garage sale murder, a little bit more. It had some like bigger twists, I think. Yeah. Like I would have really loved Avery to be in on it, but aside from that, beggars can't be choosers. It's just an all around good time.
Right. And I already said I have to pour it up for myself. So
yes, of course.
That's where we are with that. But no, it was so cool to be in a Lifetime movie and very unexpected to come out of all this like podcasting and everything. Like, there's so many opportunities that we are randomly given, which is cool. So, pour it up for that, I think.
Congrats, I love Patrick. I love it. This has been so much fun. Do you know the movie we're watching next month yet, or we'll stay tuned and we'll get to it?
Oh boy, yeah, I haven't even thought of that, guys. I'm moving right now, so
sorry. Stay tuned. We'll announce it. We can't wait. I don't know. Probably back in the 4th week of next month. I don't. What is time? Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is a Bramble Jam podcast recorded live in, that Greenville, South Carolina. Is produced by Brandon Gray. Set decor by Plum Haywood Mall. For more information on all Bramble Jam podcasts, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com. For more information on how to listen to Deck the Hallmark ad-free, you can go to bramblejamplus.com.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights on here at the studio. Feel free to listen. Feel free to turn it off, whatever you want to. But either way, thanks so much for your support.